All right, y'all. Before I wrap this up, there's one more thing that I've been thinking of lately and been having conversations about, and that's, we really need to start thinking a lot more practically about these deals out here. I think a lot of people get way too caught up in formulas, equations, and trying to be perfect when it comes to like running numbers and analyzing deals and talking to people and stuff like that. I think if you really kind of just forget some of the stuff that you've learned, guys. I think a lot of us really kind of just need to take a step back and really just think practically instead of thinking super, super hard about, is this deal going to make sense? Like, think about it as a buyer. We really need to start getting into the mindset of thinking about these deals as buyers. Start thinking more practically. If you were going to buy something, does it make sense? Like, would I want to buy this $200,000 house and then only get like $20,000 off of it? Probably not, right? You need to really kind of put yourself in a buyer's seat. Understand what it takes for a buyer to purchase one of these properties. You need to go through that process yourself. That could be one of the most beneficial things that you can do for your business. Coming up here real soon, I think that a lot of us really need to be thinking like that. How can I put myself in the buyer's seat so I actually understand it from a buyer's perspective? Because that's what a lot of wholesalers don't really get, but the ones that do tend to get some of the best results. And when you understand it practically, where you're like, okay, if I can get 80% financing, then I got to come to the table with 20% of the purchase price. I got to pay some closing costs. They may charge me like a point or two of interest or something like that. Like, you got to be thinking about it. And you got to find these resources, and you've got to be able to piece these deals together yourself. If you can figure out the math and it makes sense for you, chances are it's going to make sense for a buyer. You just have to actually understand it enough to where if you were going to purchase it, you would understand the fundamentals, if it would actually make sense for you. So guys, get out of the equations, especially right now with what's going on in the market. You got to get outside of these equations and really start to think practically. It's not always going to be 70% of the ARV minus the repairs minus your assignment fee. It's not always going to be that. So trying to think practically about it. A lot of people really have a hard time figuring out their numbers. One thing that you could do that's really quick, instead of really racking your mind over this stuff, when you go to PropStream or you go to your other comps services, just try to find out what the range of that market is. This is what properties are selling for on the lowest end of the scale. This is what properties are selling for on the highest end of the scale. Now, where does my property fit in within those ranges, basically? And that's a lot simpler than thinking like, it's got to be this and that and da-da-da. And a lot of people are kind of all over the place. And that's one of the biggest complaints that a lot of people have about wholesalers, is that they don't know their numbers. They're kind of just all over the place. So I say, like, get a range, right? That's one thing that you could do that's kind of simple as well. And then you can also go to the sites like, Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, and Realtor.com. Go to those 4 sites, take the average estimate from those 4 sites and compare those as well. And then, PropStream also has a neighbors tab and a flip comps tab as well. It's right next to your comparables. So it's very important to actually understand the tools that you have and try not to think too hard about this stuff. Try to get in, try to get out. If you're having a hard time figuring it out, reach out to an agent in the area that may have information about how much properties are selling for. They can give you a lot of insight into what's going on in that area. Obviously, they're going to be looking for more business and stuff like that. You may want to buy some. You may want to double close some. You may need an agent to represent you to help you out. Whatever it may be, guys, definitely make sure that you're trying out different stuff. Let's put it like that. Don't stay within these boxes. Really kind of try to be as flexible as possible when it comes to what is this property worth? What should I be offering for it? Get outside of the equations a little bit. Not every single thing is going to fit within an equation, but really take your time. Don't take too much time. I guess that's the points that I'm trying to make. Don't take too much time trying to figure all of this stuff out, thinking that you're somehow going to be perfect. If you ask somebody what the ARV of a property is, you're probably going to get 5 different answers. But it's usually like a general consensus on a general range, right? So don't think too hard. Just think about it if you were the buyer, and put yourself in position to actually become the buyer. Start talking to lenders and stuff like that. Even if you don't have the money right now, figure out what it would actually cost for somebody to actually be able to take on one of these properties. YouTube is a great resource. Check out YouTube University like you're on right now and actually figure out what the real life numbers are. So it's going to make you a lot more confident when you're coming up with your numbers. As they say, your competence is your confidence. All right, so take some time out, get educated out here. All right, man, like I said, I'm gonna get y'all in and out in this video, man. I think that that's about it. Make sure that y'all hit that like button for me. Drop me a comment down below if you found this podcast helpful, or if you got any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. I try to respond to all of the comments that I get on my channel, so definitely reach out. Let me know what's going on. Also, guys, y'all can schedule a paid strategy session with me with the link down below. If you want to chat, pick my brain, ask some questions, figure out what I know about wholesaling, how I can help you actually build out your business, definitely schedule a strategy session. It's 90 minutes and it's like $100, at least right now at the time of recording this. So definitely check it out. Do yourself a favor. Let's chat. I love talking to you guys, man. I've been having a lot of these strategy sessions lately, and they're some of the best services that I have. I genuinely mean that. And it's the lowest cost option to actually be able to work with your boy, to be able to pick my brain. You'll actually be talking to me. It's not some VA in the Philippines or something like that or whatever. You can actually hop on a phone with the man himself. Let's have a chat. Let's chat it up. Also, if you're looking for a coach, I do have a coaching program. That's why they call me the wholesale coach, right? Definitely use the link down below to schedule an introductory call where you can chat with me personally. We could talk about the coaching program, how it operates, and how I can help you get out here, get busy, and start closing some deals once and for all. Or if you're already closing deals, let's talk about how you can get out here and start to scale the business to higher heights. I want to help y'all get to this bag, y'all. I got y'all. So whether it's a paid strategy session, whether it's the actual coaching program, or you can go ahead and grab my Wholesaler University course if you just want to learn from the comfort of home. Definitely check out those options. They're all going to be linked down below. But I love y'all as always, man. I will see y'all in the next one. Till next time, we are out.